Today we're going to learn a valuable lesson in metal detecting. That's even on your worst day detecting or treasure hunting, things could turn around really quick. It started out this morning, it was 31 degrees. I went to a sandy park that I've been to many times, Sandy Beach. The sand was frozen, so I get a fairly decent signal, sounded like a nickel. I'm chiseling away with my shovel, sliced an old toy car in half, the car probably from the 50s or 60s. But yeah, I just obliterated the back end of it. Stick around for a few more minutes longer, find some pennies and a quarter. No silver or anything like that. Decide I got to get out of here, change of scenery. So I went down to the river, and I'm walking the banks, looking for bottles or anything that washed out during the floods. And no bottles, nothing. Still swinging my coil though. I'm on my way up from the river. Had a pretty good signal. It was in the high 90s. I was like, this is it. All right. I got an old coin. Sounded like maybe a $50 or something. 93, 95. Dug it out, and it's just this relic type can. I still don't know what this thing is. But I'm questioning myself at that point. I've been here hundreds of times. In the particular park that's by the river that I was visiting, there's like no coin signals in it ever. Rarely do you hear anything, not a dime, not a nickel, and that means that people hit this park consistently, probably on a weekly basis. I'm surprised I haven't seen anyone detecting there before. But despite that, and despite finding nothing and being out for about 3.5 hours this morning in the freezing cold, I thought I'd just do one last area by my car. Swing my coil back and forth, hear a signal that I've heard thousands of times. It's a solid 80. It could be a copper penny in a certain orientation in the ground, but most likely they're modern dimes in that 80 range, 80, 81. And I could tell it was shallow, so I just moved the leaves with my foot, and there it was. It was number 91, my 91st ring. So it's a possibility by the end of the year I will make that 100. I'm going to try to make that happen. But what's the lesson anyway? Well, one, people are always dropping things. Even if your park has been hunted out, as they say, which are never truly hunted out, people still drop things. So, and the other lesson is, even on your worst day, when you're ready to call it quits, just keep on swinging. You're going to find something. Everyone has bad days on occasion, but with a little bit of perseverance, you end up finding something usually. Well, I hope you enjoy the video, and we'll see you on the cleanup. Little metal car. Looks like an older one by the style of the wheels. Only thing is, snapped it in half when I was digging it out of the hole. This sand's partially frozen, so maybe there's something else good in here. That is one crusty quarter. Been in there a long time. Definitely not silver though. Try to have a better look at this when I get home. Small carabiner. Got a solid, well, between 91 and 95. It's a really high tone. Be a silver tone or a large piece of iron. On my pinpoint, it seems to be small enough. So let's see what this is. So again, I have a larger object. I don't know what this thing is. Do you know what it is? This looks like a lid, like it would come off. I could try to take it apart when I get home, but I have no clue right now. So I turned my audio on so you could hear this. I'm swinging over the leaves. And this is an 80, solid 80, which on any ordinary day would be a modern dime. So I go like this, I see it shallow, and I sweep the leaves away. And I do believe that this is a silver ring. It was just like this. Must have been a fresh drop. If it's not a ring, I'll be embarrassed. It is a ring. What is on here? I can guarantee it's made out of silver, ringing up that high and being as thin as it is. Excuse me while I try to clean that off. I do believe that that is a dolphin. All right, and I see some markings already. Let me clean it off and I'll get right back to you. And there, if you could see it, is the coveted 925 proof mark of silver. So we got us a silver ring. That means I need 9 more rings to meet my goal of 100 rings in my box. And there you have it. So this is what was found today. There's that little car that I blew the back end off with my shovel. Frozen sand. The car itself, the type of car, is from the 1940s, it looks like. But I'm assuming that toy might be from the 60s or 70s. Could be from the 40s or 50s. 4 pennies and then a quarter. Usually when I pull quarters out of the ocean, they look like this with that green. And then the carbiner, whatever you want to call this. Do they really need to put not for climbing on this? I mean, it's no bigger than my thumb. But I guess there are people out there, so it's a good thing they put that on there. The relic can, I rinsed it out pretty good. Perhaps I'll crack it open to see if there's anything inside of it. I doubt it though. And then what turned the day around for me, the silver ring. You can see it says it's upside down now, but the 925 inside the band, and it is a dolphin swimming around an anchor. And what I do to shine it up like that is there's a product called Neverdull. It's like a cotton with a polishing compound mixed into it, and that really brings out the shine on these silver rings. So that's very, very interesting. That made my day right there. I thought the day was over. Last thing of the day. Well, what we'll do now is induct this ring into the ring box as number 91, and we got 9 more to go. All right, here we go. This is going to be in row 10. 9 more left for 100 by the end of the year. Good, right here. And for any of you out there that metal detect, this ring box, I think I got this off of Amazon for like $25 or something like that. Good value, keep everything nice and organized. So, December 31st, I want to have all these slots filled up. We'll see what happens. See you on the next one.